A lot on this channel, I have talked about low-rated recruits who turned out to be stars, and highly touted recruits that didn't really meet the expectations they had coming out of high school. But I've seen this in my comments before, and in today's video, y'all, this is B. Kelly back again with another banger video, and I'm going to be talking about 5 highly touted recruits coming out of high school who met their expectations for college football. And before I move on with the video, y'all, remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, as we are on the road to 10K. Now, let's get into it. The first guy I am going to be talking about in today's video is quarterback from the 2015 recruiting class, Kyler Murray. Now, in high school, Kyler Murray was a straight-up beast. At Allen High School, he threw for over 10,000 yards, had 117 career passing touchdowns, 22 interceptions, and on the ground, he rushed for over 4,000 yards and 69 total touchdowns on the ground. The guy was literally unstoppable in high school. And according to the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings, he was a 5-star recruit, ranked as the number 34 player in the nation and the number 1 dual threat quarterback in the nation. He held offers from some of the top schools in the nation, and he would end up going to Texas A&M. In his career as an Aggie, Kyler Murray was only there for 1 season before transferring out. He was there as a true freshman, where he was a starter and a backup quarterback for part of the season, as he played in 8 games, and he had his fair share of ups and downs. He showed some promise, as you could see what he could be capable of, but he still had some freshman mistakes. He completed 59.5% of his passes, threw for 686 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, while rushing for 335 yards, averaging 6 yards per carry, and 1 touchdown on the ground. He didn't really like the way Texas A&M was going in for the quarterback position in the future, and he really wasn't rocking with A&M period, so he would enter the transfer portal after the 2015 season and transfer to Oklahoma. He would have to sit out the entire 2016 season due to transfer rules. He was finally eligible to play for OU in the 2017 season, but he was Baker Mayfield's backup. He would appear in 7 games, where he completed a total of 86% of his passes for 359 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. He would also be used on the ground a little bit, as he had 14 carries for 142 yards, averaging 10 yards per carry. Once Baker Mayfield was gone going into the 2018 season, it was officially the Kyler Murray era at Oklahoma, and Kyler Murray did not disappoint. He didn't miss a beat. In 14 games played, he completed 69% of his passes, threw for 4,361 yards, 42 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. On the ground, he rushed for over 1,000 yards and 12 total touchdowns on the ground. He would end up being the Heisman winner this season. He would end up declaring for the 2019 NFL Draft after this campaign of his, and he was drafted 1st overall in the 1st round by the Arizona Cardinals, where he is currently the starting quarterback for them. Next up, we have Derrick Henry. Now, in the 2013 class, Derrick Henry was a 5-star recruit, the number 12 player in the nation, and the number 1 athlete as well. And in high school, well, just imagine a 6'3", 240-pound running back going against high school competition that was a 5-star recruit, and yeah, you can put 2 and 2 together. The guy was unstoppable, as during his high school career, he rushed for over 12,000 yards and had 153 career total touchdowns in his high school career. When it came down to make a decision for college, he would end up going to Powerhouse, Alabama. Henry would be a part of Alabama for a total of 3 seasons. As a true freshman in 2013, he wouldn't be a main part of the offense, as he had 382 total rushing yards, averaging almost 11 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns in 10 games. In 2014, he saw a huge increase in his playing time, but he still wasn't a main back, but he still got a good amount of carries, as he had 172 rushing attempts for 990 yards, averaging almost 6 yards per carry, and 11 total touchdowns. And now, for his junior campaign, 2015, Derrick Henry was finally the main back at Alabama, and the guy completely ate up the competition. He was unstoppable. He had 395 rushing attempts for 2,219 yards and averaging almost 6 yards a carry. Not to mention, Derrick Henry had a total of 28 touchdowns on the ground this season. He would declare for the NFL draft after this great 2015 season where he won the Heisman Trophy. He finished his career at Alabama with 3,591 rushing yards, averaging 6 yards a carry and 42 total touchdowns on the ground. In the 2016 NFL Draft, he was taken in the second round by the Tennessee Titans, where he's currently their starting running back, except right now, as the current state of this video, he is injured, but he's still seen as one of the best running backs in the league, and you can definitely expect him to stay that way in the coming years for Tennessee. Sticking with the 2013 recruiting class, we have our first defensive player in this video, and that's none other than Jalen Ramsey. In this class, according to the 24/7 Sports Composite Rankings, he was a 5-star recruit, the number 16 player in the nation, and the number 2 cornerback as well. He had a total of 30 offers coming out of high school, as he was seen as one of the best cornerbacks in the nation and a true lockdown guy. Out of all of his offers, he would end up going to Florida State. Jalen Ramsey would play at Florida State, where he was an immediate impact player for that 2013 BCS National Championship team. During his time there, he was a consensus All-American in 2015, a second-team All-American in 2014, and a 2-time first-team All-ACC member in 2014 and 2015. In his career there, he had 181 total tackles, he had 15.5 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 3 interceptions, 22 pass deflections, 2 fumble recoveries, and 4 forced fumbles in his career. His best season, in my opinion, was in 2014 as a sophomore, where he had 80 total tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, 12 pass deflections, and 3 forced fumbles. He would forgo his final year of eligibility at Florida State and declare his name for the 2016 NFL Draft, where he was the number 5 overall pick in the first round by Jacksonville. He is currently with the LA Rams and seen as a top cornerback in all the NFL. On to the next guy from the 2014 class, we have running back Nick Chubb. In this class, he was a 5-star recruit, the number 33 player in the nation, and the number 5 running back. He had a total of 22 offers, and in high school, Nick Chubb was a star as he rushed for over 6,000 yards with 6,996 total yards and 101 rushing touchdowns in his high school career. Out of all the offers he had from top schools, especially in SEC country, he would end up going to Georgia. Chubb would spend an entire 4-year career at Georgia, and he was a star while he was there. He's known as one of their best running backs in their school history. In his career, he was the Belk Bowl MVP in 2014, SEC Freshman of the Year in 2014, second team All-SEC in 2017, and first team All-SEC in 2014. In his career while he was there, he rushed for 4,769 yards, 6.3 yards per carry, and 44 total touchdowns on the ground. His best season in his career was his freshman season in 2014, where in 13 games played, he rushed for 1,547 yards, averaging 7 yards per carry, and 14 total touchdowns. There was one season where he tore his ACL in 2015 with a grotesque looking injury versus Tennessee, but he did not miss a step when he came back from that injury in 2016, and he only got better in 2017. In the 2018 NFL Draft, Chubb was selected in the early second round by the Cleveland Browns, and today he is one of the top running backs in the NFL with the Browns. The final guy I am going to be talking about in today's video is the youngest guy in this video as well, as he comes from the 2017 recruiting class, and that's none other than Chase Young. Now, according to 24/7 Sports Composite Rankings, he was a 5-star recruit, a top 10 player, ranked as the 7th best player in his class, and the number 2 weak side defensive end. He had a total of 41 offers coming out of high school, as this guy was a straight beast, a straight menace on the field, and he would end up choosing Ohio State. Chase Young was an immediate impact player for the Buckeyes, and he was a star pretty much right off the bat as a true freshman, and he only got better as time went on, especially season after season. He would spend a total of 3 years there as a Buckeye, and he put up accolades such as second team All-Big Ten in 2018, first team All-Big Ten in 2019, Big Ten All-2010 team, unanimous All-American in 2019, Smith-Brown Defensive Lineman of the Year in 2019, Nagurski Defensive Player of the Year Award in 2019, Chicago Tribune Silver Football Award in 2019, Ted Hendricks Award 2019, Bednarik Award 2019, Nagurski Trophy 2019, and Big Ten Male Athlete of the Year in 2020. To end his career at Ohio State, he would have a huge season to end his career in 2019. We had 46 total tackles, 21 tackles for loss, and 16.5 sacks, as well as 7 forced fumbles. He finished 4th in Heisman voting this season, and he ended his career as a Buckeye with 98 total tackles, 40.5 tackles for loss, 30.5 sacks, and 9 forced fumbles. He was taken with the 2nd overall pick by the Washington football team in the 2020 NFL Draft. He was the best defensive NFL rookie in 2020, and he's currently a star on that Washington football team defense. Well, guys, if you guys like this video, comment if you want a part 2, and before you head out, remember to smash that like button, turn on those post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly, out!